Springer Mountain is the end of the approach trail, the beginning of the actual Appalachian Trail. So, it's late afternoon. I made it later than I thought I would. I kind of hurt my knee and it's made me go a lot slower than I anticipated, but I did make it this far. So I finished the 8.5 miles to get to the beginning. So now I'm at the starting line. I'm going to go another 3/10 of a mile to a shelter and pitch a tent. It's already started raining, so I anticipate a little bit of weather tonight. Not too much though. I think it's going to rain tomorrow, and then we're expecting thunderstorms on Thursday. So last night, I'm at Springer Shelter now. Pretty bad storm came in. Kind of sounded like I was camping on the tarmac of Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. When the wind runs through these trees, it's incredibly loud. And the sound you fear the most is the sound of a crack or a pop. That means a tree branch is broken and is probably falling. And no matter where you camp around here, there's going to be trees. And if you're in a tent, you're vulnerable. Pretty much kept me up till about, I want to say 1, 2 o'clock. I finally, just out of sheer exhaustion, fell asleep. Maybe got 3.5 hours of sleep, somewhere between 2 and 6 or 2 and 7, something like that. It's a little after 7 now. The tent is sagging all over because the wind has been yanking on the ropes and the guy wires for the tent, and it's almost ready to collapse on me. There's a fog rolling through here right now. Temps weren't bad. I was actually quite warm. I've been wiping the condensation off the tent walls with chamois this morning, just to get it a little drier before I pack it up. I'm about to get up and start moving. Yesterday was a good day, with the exception of my right knee is giving me one hell of a problem. About 3 miles in, I mean, I only went 8.5 miles yesterday, but 3 miles in, my right knee, my LCL, was screaming at me. So good rest last night. Hopefully I'll not have any problems with it today, but we'll see. Took a couple of vitamin I and hope for the best. Got to start packing up now. Tonight's shelter should be Hawk Mountain Shelter. It's about 8 miles. I would like to go further, but the next shelter after that is 13 miles, and I don't think my leg could take it. So we'll go 8 miles today, and then it's foggy. Can't see more than maybe 50 yards. It should lift before too long. Hey, Jeremy.
Actually, it goes like 3 to 4 inches up. It's like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you don't even see mine. I'm way over the hill. I made it from Springer to Hawk Mountain Shelter, about another 8.5 miles. It was good weather all day and pretty good hiking. my right knee felt much better. My left knee started hurting. So I guess it just moves around the body. Maybe today it'll be my right elbow. I don't know. I'm only going to aim for about another 7 or 8 miles today to get to the next shelter, Gooch Gap, and that's only because, again, if I don't hit that shelter, I'm going to have to go about 13 or 14, and again, I'm not ready. My leg doesn't tell me it's ready yet, so I'm just going to take it easy, not pushing it hard. Got a long time to go, so plenty of time to make up. Meantime, it's raining. It started raining about 5 a.m. and it's going to rain all day. I don't mind hiking in the rain. I've done it before. It's going to be windy. Breaking down a tent in the rain is not fun. Once I get moving, I'm okay. I can handle that. So we'll see how it goes.
This is Preacher's Rock. I don't remember the story behind it. Had something to do with a preacher, I suspect. I can tell you it is one beautiful day, but last night was a different story altogether. I would say probably the hardest thunderstorm I've ever slept in. Thunderstorm started probably early in the afternoon, about 1 or 2 o'clock, but didn't get really ugly until maybe 5 or 6. By then I was at Gooch Gap Shelter, Gooch Mountain Shelter, and I was in a tent, about 11 people in the shelter, and that was as much as it could handle, and there were about another 9 or 10 of us that had tented or hammocked or whatnot, but it was one heck of a lightning storm. Thunderstorm. I mean, it just, the lights and the banging went on all night. I would say it's I got up this morning, I had a liter of water in my tent from a combination of splash up and condensation. Everything was pretty much wet, but today is nice enough to be able to dry things out. And I've gotten some of my clothing dried out already. I'm going to probably get my tent dried out, but I don't even know if I'm going to go all the way, make very many miles today. I might go to Woody Gap and get a day off because I've literally hurt my left knee and it won't give up. It's giving me problems, and I need to give it a day's rest. So if I'm going to take a 0 day, maybe tonight would be the good night. Not only that, but my phone charger quit working. It's not that the phone charger is not working, but it's not charging the phone. So I don't know if it's the cord, the battery pack, or the phone. My video camera also quit working, so I'm doing this on my iPhone. So everything got wet, and that's what happens out here. So, you know, people who say, why don't you bring the Nikon? Well, because of this. And why don't you bring a gun? Well, because of this. It's just not conducive in this environment to bring anything expensive that needs to stay dry. Very difficult to keep things dry. At any rate, that's this is day 4, and so far I'm loving it. Got to tonight's camp, Lance Creek Restoration. It's all a tent site. There is no shelter. Went ahead and started laying out everything to dry out that I didn't lay out at lunchtime. There's my tent, and of course socks and things that still didn't get fully dry. My Tyvek, that's my ground cloth. My quilts over, no, I'm sorry, that's my sleeping bag liner. Over here is my quilt. There's a nice river down there. Got some friends we've been hiking with for the last couple days. And it's going to be a nice quiet night tonight. Nothing like it was last night. Well, I'm at the top of Blood Mountain. It's before lunch on day 5, so I made it another 2.5 miles down to Mountain Crossing, which is about 40 miles for really is what's going to be 4.5 days. I'm about a half day behind my intended schedule, but my knees are feeling much better, so I expect to the next leg will be a lot easier than this first one was. Blood Mountain is fogged in, so as you can see, there's the shelter, but the glorious view that you typically get from up here is just not happening today, but that's okay. Loving it.